Hi, I am Seemran Patel, a super senior engineering student at James Madison University. As I am approaching graduation, I am now seeking for career opportunities within wind energy and energy engineering. The Department of Energy says that the wind energy is expected to quadruple by 2020. The US is home to one of the largest wind and fastest growing wind markets in the world. Due to this, opportunities within wind energy, demand for engineers, and advancement of technology and innovation is in need. Therefore, there is a demand for engineers. Energy engineering is a broad field of energy dealing with energy efficiency, energy service, facility management, and alternative energy technologies. I want to work in a field where I am making a global impact, providing access to clean sourced energy and reducing other methods of energy generation, therefore reducing pollution, emission of toxic gases into our atmosphere. With that in mind, I am highly interested in energy engineering and wind energy sector because wind is a source of energy which is non-polluting, renewable, and wind turbines create power without using fossil fuels, without producing greenhouse gases or radioactive gases or just toxic waste. To learn more about the energy industries, I interviewed representatives from Siemens and NATEK Energy. So the first person I interviewed is Daniel Acker, who is the project manager at Siemens Government Technology Incorporation. He provided helpful insight in what the challenges he faces every day as the project manager. The second individual I interviewed in this video is Mark Dillon. He is a president of NATEK Energy. He is an entrepreneur and he runs his own company. He provided a lot of great tools on getting that first job. The first company that I interviewed is Siemens. Siemens is one of the world's largest producer of energy efficient, resource-saving technologies. Siemens is leading supplier of systems of power generation and transmission and as well as medical diagnosing. The Siemens Technology Innovation is a separate branch of Siemens focused on America. The Siemens Technology Innovation is a US government company that does not affiliate with the European influence or European branches of Siemens. Daniel Acker, who is a project manager at Siemens Technology Innovation in Richmond, Virginia, has worked in both types of Siemens branches. The German influenced Siemens version and the US branch, which is Siemens Technology Innovation. Daniel said that he loves working for an isolated branch of Siemens because he's focusing on improving America and not Germany. The culture of Siemens Technology Innovation is very collaborative and empowering because they believe cultural perspectives and forming diverse teams is very essential to create innovative and meaningful solutions. They emphasize on high team collaboration and team leadership approaches to solve problems. Daniel Acker graduated from James Madison University in 2000 with a degree of geology, which is interesting because he is a JMU alumni, and then he got his master's in business administration at Virginia Commonwealth University. Daniel Acker has a project manager professional at Siemens Innovation Technology Incorporation. He is primarily responsible for development and implementation of sustainable energy efficiency environmental solution projects. He supervises all internal and external resources. He and professionally manages all the stakeholders associated with each project. He is also working on infrastructure projects and managing entire teams day to day, providing different tasks within different projects all across America. Although he works at a national level, he is content with his work-life balance because he has a choice of working from home. Originally, his office is located in Richmond, Virginia, but he has teams all across America. He has a boss that lives in Maine, so there's no one that's on his back that tells him what to do day to day. All he has is deadlines to meet, and he has to manage them. He has to somehow reach his milestones and make sure the team reaches the milestones. To be honest, since his boss lives in Denver, the challenge that he faces is really getting stuff done and done really well. As a project manager, you have to be responsible, high performing, and getting things done, but done really, really well. So he has a lot of responsibilities on his plate, and he does everything in his power to fulfill his duties because he oversees everything and everything falls on him at the end. Since he has worked on numerous projects, some of them has been implementing lead technology in buildings and managing energy. He has also worked on unappealing projects such as conversing water on toilets. He designed a rainwater system that uses smart irrigation system to save money and water. With that, he implemented and programmed sensors based on a 30-year trend to find the optimal values in the system. Daniel has also worked on solar and thermal energy, focusing in on microgrids to make energy self-reliant and efficient. Although he has not been faced with wind energy, he has a lot of knowledge in energy engineering and how to save money using technology, which I care about. So Daniel is not an engineer. His background is geology and business, but he has experience in the field to be a project manager and manage engineers and business experts. Daniel Acker said that managers are actually engineers. He is not an engineer. However, he brings field experience and knowledge to do what he does. He relies on engineers for technical abilities. As a project manager, he admits that he's not expected to be an expert. In fact, project managers are an expert at none. In his role, it is essential to have a level of confidence, strong leadership skills, and being able to communicate effectively with the stakeholders. He said that it is very important to be willing to learn and see every day as an opportunity to learn something new. What makes a great project manager professional is not knowing all the answers, but it is all about asking the right questions. So Daniel Acker said that it is all about using your strength in a team to come to the common goal, because we're all working together. We all have different skill set. It's all about finding your skills and using it in a team. Teamwork is everything, guys. Daniel Acker said that some of the biggest challenges that he faces as a project manager is time. Time is a constraint. For an example, he designed a project that was 30% completed, and they had to submit the project proposal, and he wasn't even done because it was 60% was left to do. The client liked X, Y, Z instead. So now the team has to go back to the drawing board and redesign and resubmit the project. Another challenge that they face is making sure that the team does not cross-communicate with the client. It is very important to wait until the team redesigns and validates all the design decisions fully before they present the idea or communicate the idea with the client, so they have all the information to give to the client at once. And it's not like the information does not like overlap or does not make any sense to the client if you just throw everything and jump around. So he said it's really important to not jump around ideas when you share it with your client. You want to have that one final idea with all the valid conclusions so the client does not lose confidence in your project. Dealing with people comes with a lot of challenges. One example is that there's always a customer that brings an idea that is just not feasible and it's not efficient in energy usage or cost of energy. To help that client, Daniel Acker performs audits, financial analysis to show the client that this XYZ idea consumes more energy and has a high payback period. Another thing that Siemens is struggling or lacks today is cybersecurity expertise. Today, the company relies on components to do the work for them, to keep the artifacts safe and secure. However, the branch does not have an expert within the Siemens who is specialized in cybersecurity. As the company is transitioning into new ways of keeping data secure, they are in need of a computer information system analyst or a cybersecurity expert. Moving on, Daniel Ecker's favorite part of being a project manager is really his job satisfaction. He is working on making the planet green with the advancement of technology. Has a geology undergraduate major at JMU, he never thought he would be where he is today. He thought he'd be out there working with dirt and rocks as a 20-year-old. However, with his experience, he became a project manager, and he loves technical leadership because he gets to work with the engineers and learn technical skills and mechanical skills and knowledge to make a difference using sustainable approaches. So Daniel is staying in the Siemens company for a long time, and within the next 5 years, he has a vision of seeing Siemens to be growing and having a portfolio full of projects focusing on microgrid applications and implementing advanced cybersecurity within his company. So the advice he gives a student who is about to real world is that renewable energy sector is in need and we need people. This is a great opportunity to make a global impact with the use of wind and solar microgrids. So that was the interview with Daniel Ecker, who is a project manager at Siemens Innovation Technology, and he helped me out so much on figuring out my next step. The second person I interviewed is Mark Dillon, who is the president of NATEK, which is the nation's leading executive search and recruiting firm exclusively in the energy industry. The firm offers a personalized service to each individual and other energy companies that work for them. NATEK is dedicated to excellence, integrity, quality, and most important, accountability. Market focus of NATEK is energy service companies, alternative energy, design and build, facility management, on-site generation, and manufacturing. The culture of the company is result-oriented because it is a recruiting company. They emphasize in client satisfaction. NATEK is a company comprised of specialized senior-level project engineers, certified customer experience management, and people who are expert in leadership and energy and environmental design, and business developers, sales engineers, project managers, and just all types of management levels, of senior levels. So they performed contracting within the energy service company. So the Mark Dillon started the company 25 years ago. He used to work in the environment sector and realized that it is not a good place to be. Mark used to recruit for GE Power and Siemens, but then he left those companies to focus on his own company, which is NATEK. He advised me to stay in the energy engineering field because it is growing and it has a lot of potential for the future. Mark's main focus is providing recruiting solutions and consulting services to clients within energy and related industries. He helps companies identify and accomplish their needs through consulting service and audits. For an example, a company in Boston is looking for a lighting program, and Mark's job is to go out and find a person who can make this program happen. So he recruits people based on the needs of a specific roles of a specific company. Mark lives in upstate New York and has a search team that helps identify individuals and screens individuals or candidates all across America. And they bring them to energy engineering companies. For 25 years, Mark Dillon has been helping families find jobs. In fact, this is his favorite part of being president, is that he's creating careers for families. Through his job, he has built relationships and turned those relationships into families. For example, he prepared an individual for an interview, and this person got a job in the energy field. Mark loves to enhance other people's career and help them get the best package for future and career aspirations. One of the biggest challenges Mark faces as the president is finding qualified people that fits a specific need of a company. He is responsible for fulfilling needs of companies in sales, engineering, marketing, and business. He works all across America to link companies to the candidates. Mark says that opportunities are within themselves. Mark advised me to have a direction and know what company is asking for what. And when I go to the interview, he said it's not about being everything, it's about being the right thing. He said to show motivation and interest in the role. And you don't have to have all the experience in the world, but it's and be honest that you don't have the experience and let them know that you are hungry to learn and you have the potential to fulfill that role because you are willing to learn. Mark Dillon looks for candidates that fulfills education needs of a certain job, but he also looks for the personality that consists of great leadership skills, communication skills, and an interest in the type of work, strong motivation, potential to grow in the company, and self-management and awareness. He said that 50% of what he looks for is technical, which is like having that degree, and 50% is personality. He looks for people who are looking to get PhD, which is not a doctor degree in philosophy. PhD means poor, hungry, and driven. Projects are a time constraint, so it is so important to manage your day and work hard day to day at a time. The can-do attitude and the entrepreneur mindset and willing to do what it takes to get the job done is so important in a workforce. He said the main advice that he could give to someone like me is to listen more and talk less. Also, Mark Dillon says that good leaders are needed in every team because good leaders take the team to the right direction. Mark said that leadership is extremely important in working in any team because a good leader knows how to progress the team. There are a lot of leaders, but a humble leader is rare to find. And everybody wants to be a leader. But a leader who is confident in a team but humble enough to fit into the team is so important because leaders could be full of themselves. It is so important to humble yourself so people feel comfortable around you and you all can progress to a common goal. Mark said that it is so important to have a good attitude and motivate your team. You want people to listen to you and they want to follow you if you're a leader. So lead by example. Don't ask someone to do that you can't even do if you're the leader. A good leader motivates the team and understands each team player. So that was my interviews with the two of the individuals, Mark Dillon and Daniel Egger. I learned a lot about wind energy and energy engineering industries, and they actually are helping me find my next step. And we're going to keep in touch as I am applying for jobs and seeking for career opportunities.